Hi guys, hope you are all doing well this time. How are you? Mnaendelea aje? Mmekuwa aje? Today, you know what topic it is? It is self-love, and that's why I'm looking this amazing with this gorgeous dress, and I'm ready to give you my journey for self-love. It's been a journey and a half. Imagine me, there was a time sikuwa najipenda that much, lakini right now hadi watu wameanza kuniita queen of self love. Hey, let me tell you, it's been a journey and a half, and that's why today I just want to walk with you how it started, what am I doing to keep up with it, how is it for me, am I finding it hard or am I finding it easy, and things like that, and what motivated me to start that journey in the first place. So my name is Mukwa Brenda, and I'm a content creator, and I'm a mother of a very beautiful baby girl, and also I'm an accountant by profession, and I'm glad to be here to give you amazing content at this time. So my self-love journey began in 2020. You see that time of COVID. Hey, hiyo time yenye atutoki nje, tumefungiwa kwa, ni kama tumefungiwa kwa nyumba, because mimi nilikuwa na feel ni kama tu tumefungiwa kwa nyumba, kwa sababu restaurants zimefungwa. You can't even see people walking. We are so afraid of this COVID thing, and then we could not interact with people. Yani hapo by force by fire by then ingebidi watu wajipende, because now what could you do? You have your own company, unless maybe uko na family, such that is the moment sasa ungeenda kukaa na familia yako. Because hata mimi I remember that time was the time that I really wished my family could be in Nairobi, so that niache kukaa peke yangu, because you know I'm an extrovert. Extrovert huwa tuna struggle na kukaa peke yetu. And then one thing I never love to stay alone is because now I will think a lot, ningaza kujistress, unaona, over those little things, vitu zenye haziwako kwa maisha yangu. And then maybe the only thing that ingeni keep, by the way, ni kuwatch movie, because now all my attention are in that movie or in that series. That's the way that ningekaa peke yangu. But that's the moment now my self-love journey started. Hata pia sikuwa napenda kujournal, that was one of the thing. Hata kama ni kujournal ni ile na journal leo na karibu 2 months na kumbuka again niko na kitabu ya kujournal. Hebu ni journal nione. Hata pia hata kwa masimu zangu or something like that. It's not something that I was used to and I really love doing at all. So this is what prompted me to start my self-love journey. In 2020, I entered into this relationship. And then in that relationship, I kept that guy as a priority. I forgot about myself. I never took care of myself. Hata sikuendelea hata unaona vitu kama hata devotion yenye nilikuwa nafanya peke yake, hata sikuwa tena nafanya, because now my life rotated with this guy. Sisi ni wale wa kupenda na roho yetu yote hadi tunasahau kujiachia part ingine. Yeah, so that's what happened. So I really kept my priority there. I wanted to give my best in that relationship. So hadi hata nikaanza ku Google recipes za YouTube. I think of what to cook. Well, these are the things that we do for love. Yeah, so things like that. So it happened like that. So after nimeweka hiyo effort yote, nimefanya hizo vitu zote hadi nimesahau, the relationship never went far. It ended. And it really broke me into pieces, remembering what the effort that I had kept in that relationship, hiyo kufanya kila kitu, kujisahau and all that, and now it's nowhere to be found. Imeisha hivyo without me knowing. By the that relationship caught me by surprise. It ended, and it was like, kwani imeisha? Hata nakumbuka it took me long before even I believed that relationship has ended. So that's where my self-love journey started. So it was like, you know what, Brenda, we are going to love ourselves, we are going to take care of our mental health, we are going to work on ourselves, we are going to enjoy our like my own company, so that I don't need anyone in my space. Because you see, when you need someone, you need everyone in your, like ukitaka mtu in your space, utakuwa desperate for something like love, and you always want to enter into a relationship because utaki kukaa peke yako. That was me, by the way. And it's something that I had to learn. Like, I don't need someone in my space for me to be okay. I don't need someone in my space for me to be happy. I can be happy. I'll find happiness within me for the things that I love doing and things like that. So I started, actually, that's where my self-love journey began. And also, it's good to be with people who also motivate you to love yourself. I have this friend, she's called Diana. For her, she really loves herself. She's the queen of self-love. Mimi that's a queen, by the way. Meet her. She's the queen of self-love. And I learned, even one of the things that namwambianga alinisaidia sana kusoma, apart from fashion, also fashion, that's another thing, that's her strength. So also self-love is her strength. Like I even remember there was a time I used to ask her, you say you are single and satisfied. How is that even possible in this entire world? And I really loved the way she took care of herself. She will always look good. She will always do things that she loves, and she's okay by that, and she will find happiness within herself. So I remember when I was going through that heartbreak, and I was like, I really need to work on myself and things like that. She guided me, and she started telling me, the first thing you have to do, you have to start journaling first of all. Start journaling your feelings. How do you feel about this thing? How do you want it to go? What are your manifestation? And things like that. And that's where I started. Of course, I never started with these printed journals. Of course, nilitafuta tu kwa notebook yenye nilikuwa hapo nayo yenye unapewanga unaweka tu huko kando, hii tu ni ya kukaa huko kando. That's now what I started using it. Nikaanza hiyo sasa. So I started doing a lot of journaling, talking about my feelings, writing down how I'm feeling and all those kind of things. Another thing also, I started spending, you see, if I want to, one of the things that I've learned, if you want to love yourself, you first have to love God. So, and then next you love yourself, and then after that it will be easier for you now to love another person. There's no way to traffic. You have to go through that process. So also at that time, that is the time now I also drew closer to God, and I was like telling God, help me love myself so that I can see I really don't need someone at this moment. Especially that is the thing that can make you make wrong decisions in life, and that's now the moment I started doing that. Also during that moment, unajua sasa ilikuwa COVID, tunashinda kwa nyumba, tuna watch vitu mingi sana. Hiyo ndio time YouTube content ikakuwa mingi, unamaliza ya huyu unaenda kwa huyu mwingine. I now found another lady called Mudhoni wa Mukiri. That's another one who really helped me with self-love. So I will watch, because this person may undergo toxic relationships. She has amekuwa na self-love issue, like hiyo kutojipenda, self-esteem yake, and I will really ninge resonate na yeye sana. So that's how also I started doing that self-love. Nikaanza kuwatch videos zake. I even remember nilianza kuanzia mwanzo, alikuwa ametoa karibu I think 24 videos at that point. I started from the first, and by the watching those things really encouraged me. I started now looking, what do I love doing. Nikaanza kuandika what I love doing, and whenever I'm all by myself, these are the things I can do. Maybe I love cooking, let me try new recipes by myself, because I can't wait only when I have someone coming into my house, or ama when I'm with the person that I love. That is the time that sasa nafikiria, hey, hebu sasa ni try out this recipe, I can start it by myself. So nikaanza kuandika vitu zenye napenda kufanya, and I started doing it. I now started loving my own company, by the way. Like ningekaa kwa nyumba, now I will start maybe watching a movie, reading a book, because also I love reading. Also, by the way, self-love also is doing the things you love. One of the things that I love doing also, but squeezing nimeacha ni kusoma. That time, because we were now idle and not doing anything, so ningeka kusoma. So I started also reading books, sana soft copy, because I couldn't have the hard copies. So nikaanza, because we're in this group called book club, na tulikuwa tuna encourageana by the kusoma. Every month we have a book to read. So ningekazana nianze kusoma. So mimi nilikuwa nachoka kusoma. Of course I was like, sasa nianze tena kurudi shule kusoma hizi vitu tena, because I remember that time tulikuwa tunafanya high school set books. Unaanza kusoma hizo the river between, hizo type of set books. So nilikuwa na find it hard, but now nikaanza kujua how to go about it. Si lazima ujichoshe unasoma the whole day. You can decide, let me do a chapter this day, these pages this day, and it really helped me. Yeah, so that's how my self-love journey began. Nikaanza kujipenda. I started taking care of myself. Of course, at that moment I couldn't do big things because of my finances, but I was like, you know what, when my finances are aligned and I know I have enough to do this, I will now go for those things like massages, manicure, pedicure, things like that, taking care of my mental health. So I remember now, after that, now I'd started journaling. I'd started knowing how to stay alone. I don't need anyone in my space. I can do it alone. Apart, like, of course, I'm an extrovert. I will need that energy, because for us extrovert, we regain our energy through talking to people. You see, for introvert, wanataka waende wajifungie kwa hako ka space, wakae tu peke yao, wasisumbuliwe, wasikoliwe, wasifanye anything. That way they will regain their energy and sense. But sisi extrovert, tunataka tuende tuongee, tunataka tuende tupige story, tunataka tuende to discover a new place with, of course, the friends that we love and things like that. But now COVID made us hakuna kwenda nje, picnics were closed, everything was closed. Sasa ni kufanya nini? Sasa ni kukaa nyumba na kujipenda na kufanya vitu yenye unaweza fanya, because mimi at first, before sasa ni do yourself love, mimi nili struggle, siwezi wadanganya, and I cannot even imagine that life again ya kufungiwa kila mahali. That was a real struggle. So mimi nilikuwa naendanga job, because at that time I used to work in a hospital. So nilikuwa naendanga job like 1 week, and then 1 week niko off, ama hata unajipata 2 weeks uko off, so things like that. So hapo ndo ilianzia. Then now it came to a point I realized, sasa unajua, with self love unaanza ku notice what are the things that una struggle with what are your strengths. Of course sasa unaanza ku come out hapo na strengths zako, because hapo sasa ndo nilirealize I love organizing, so I can organize stuff, I can come up with ideas with a group of people. Like right now I have like, I think 4 groups which I'm always the organizing secretary. They call me organizing secretary. So I have to plan, I have to know where I'm taking them. Of course we have to choose different places. Then now for me, I have to inquire, I have to call the place, know the prices, things like that. So I knew that was my strength, and I now started organizing. Another thing, I noticed that I allow emotions to control me. I allow feelings to control me. I don't have control over those two small things. And that's what even took me to therapy. I decided to start a therapy journey, just to discover myself more, just to I always say, get into your 2.0 version of yourself. Because right now maybe you are in 1.0, you even don't know your triggers, you're not self-aware, you don't know what happens and things like that. So I started going for therapy, and I really got a good therapy, of course, courtesy of my friend Diana. He introduced me to therapy, and it was net. After that I went for therapy session. Tungenda this place in Tao. It's such a cool place. Iko na a lot of trees, so inakuweka in that moment of talking out, of engaging with your therapist, and that really helped me. Na nika notice, you know what, I can be able to do this, and even I noticed a lot of growth in me. I know how to face situations, I know how to go about this, and how to do this and this. And of course ata pia akanipea kitabu, which I started now journaling. What was my day like? What challenges did I face? Now I moved from ile notebook there's nothing, and now I went into those notebook inaandika how was your day, what challenges did you face, what are you planning to do tomorrow, and even at adding on a weekly targets, what have you achieved, what are you looking forward to, things like that. And that really helped me in that journey of self-love. So of course I have just been doing that. That's how now my self-love journey has been up to now. I know what triggers me. I think I'm more self-aware right now. I know how to handle situation. Of course, I cannot be that perfect, because the only perfect person is God, by the way. We are not perfect. But we try as much as possible to see ourselves. Like the things that if someone comes and notice something in me and tell me, by the way, Brenda, you are doing this and this is not okay, of course I will have to think, I will go back into my thoughts and think like that, and then now I know how to face it. There are things that I'm still working on. There's things that I've worked on, and of which I'm really proud of myself, by the way. Self-love starts with finding happiness within you. That's where it all starts with. Like usipokuwa na mtu, are you happy? Are you contented? Are you at your best? That is what happens with self-love. And venye tu nimesema, you cannot love another person if you don't love yourself. Hata kama utampea your love, utanotice ni kidogo sana. But the moment you love yourself, that is the time you have that you have that love to pour out into another person. Yeah, so that has been it for my journey. Of course, I've watched people who have helped me in self-love journey, learning about it. Niliwambia Mudhuni wa Mukiri, who I found her during COVID time. Also, I watch a lot of Lydia KM. She's such a sasa huyu hata ndo, is there a queeness or something like that. Yani yeye sasa ndio ni ule ambassador of self-love. Every content of hers is about self-love. I have really learned a lot of her from her, especially in that point that, of course, unajua tuseme for example, mtu akuja kuambia Brenda, like akuja niambia Brenda, I'm not proud of myself. I did this and this and this and I feel so bad. I feel I'm at my worst and things like that. Of course, I will want to hug that person. I will want to encourage her and do things like that. But do I do that to myself? Whenever I've done things that I'm not proud of myself, do I come and hug myself and tell myself, Brenda, it will be okay. Brenda, you did this and it's okay as a human being, just forgive yourself. Things like that is what I've had to learn, to hug myself, to affirm myself more. Also, I've learned a lot about affirmation through my therapist, through Lydia KM. She does affirmations every day, and hadi ikafika point I decided, because I forget to affirm myself. But there was a point I used to, when I'm preparing in the morning, I have this affirmation. Ilikuwa I think about 6 minutes. It's something I got it on YouTube, so I will listen to it while I'm preparing to go to work. But nikaona hiyo, sometimes maybe I'm in a rush, nimeamka late and I need to affirm myself, so I decided to put it in a mug. I have a mug which has like 10 affirmation. I am beautiful, I am wonderful, I am wealthy, I'm energetic, and things like that. So every morning, like right now, every morning before I take my cup of tea, I remove that mug. Of course, maybe sometimes you take the tea with that mug. I read it loudly, and I affirm it, and I say amen to it. Then now I can continue with my day. You see, things like that. Just identify which is something that you can use. Also, my phone cover, I've done it as an affirmation. There's believe in yourself, smile, you're the best, things like that. So unaona, in your day-to-day activities, utaangalia tu na kama uko discouraged, uone mali maandikwa believe in yourself. Unaweka tu kwa akili yako na unajua by the way I should believe in myself, things like that. So hizo pia affirmations zimenisaidia. Watching people who are in this journey of self-love, because I get to learn 1, 2 or 3 things. Also, in my circle, people are in that journey of self-love, and of which I am so grateful to be working with people who are in that journey of self-love, because watasoma kitu from mimi, nitasoma kitu from wao, and also I'm encouraging other people. I'm also working that journey with other people, because others who come into my inbox and they're like, how do you do this? How do you... I even started a thing called celebrating myself every 24th. So 24th is the date that I was born, but it's in March. But I decided from last year, which I did consistently last year, every other month on 24th, I'm going to celebrate myself. Maybe buy myself something, post myself on social media, look back at my journey from last month to this month, what have I achieved, and yeah, and just feel good and makes myself feel good, or even treat myself on something that I can at that moment. Of course, I wanted to do this thing that I'll be buying myself a gift every 24th, but now, you see, for last year I was preparing for Briella. Most of my finances were drawn into her, and that really, I couldn't do that. And of course, after this year, bado sijaanza. But I can say, at least, you see, for Valentine, I decided, you know what, I'm not going to wait for anyone to gift me for Valentine. But you know what, I deserve a new phone, because the other phone of mine, nimekaa nayo for almost, is it 4 years? Nimekaa nayo 4 years, and it has really served me. But now, you see, I'm in content creation. I need a good phone to be able to create content. And I was like, you know what, let me gift myself for Valentine's a new phone. I never did it on Valentine's Day per se. I did it like it was like a pre-Valentine gift for myself, and I really felt good. I really felt like I deserved this. Yeah, so that is now with self-love. Kila kitu inakumotivate. You want to celebrate yourself over small things. Umeachieve hii kitu, umehack hii kitu. You are so proud of yourself. You want to talk about it. You want to say, hey, by the way, I did it. Unakwanga tu na ile, yes, I did it. Yes, I did it. By the way, that is always in back of your mind. And then when you are, and then also with self love journey, uko self aware, so unajua triggers yako, unajua bedhe hii kitu imeni trigger, how should I go about it, and also you now know how to handle situation. Like even I can remember a situation, someone came into my inbox na kanza like anataka ku detect maisha yangu na kunionyesha venye I should post things and things like that. But you know, I told her, I went into her of course I replied her, and I was so kind, and that is one thing I was so proud of myself. Hadi nikena nikambia therapist, I can't imagine it's ni mimi ndo ni siku overreact on when that person came into my inbox na alikuwa anataka ku detect life yangu. Kawaida ninge overreact, nimwambie maneno yenye hata sitarudisha kwa mdomo and things like that. But sasa nikasema, you know what, let me take it slow. I was like, nikaanza kuelewa huyu mtu amepitia nini. What are they facing? Because you see, people like that, unajua nasemanga, hurting people hurt people. So they will come into your inbox to hurt you because maybe they are going through bitterness, they are going through things like that, and maybe they feel it's negative or something like that. So I was able to go with her. I realized akona fear of this and this and this, and I was able to maneuver with it, and I was very, very proud of myself for doing that. Yeah, and again, I've learned how to be kind, how to choose my words wisely. Hata kama nimekasirika, let me choose my words wisely. Like wacha nijue kitu kama hiyo hivi na hivi. Another thing also in my self love journey, I really noticed that na allow anger to control me. I remember, I think it was in 2021, like ningeshikwa na hasira, na hiyo hasira ingenifanya hata nifanye vitu yenye hata sikuwa nataka kufanya. That one even I went into prayer. I asked God to remove the anger in me. Hadi nikaanza kulearn, ukiwa na anger start counting from 10, 9 hivyo hivyo hadi umalize. Ukiwa na anger tafuta glass, chukua glass ya maji, kunywa hiyo maji ikutulize, such that hiyo angerness ishuke. Because you see, when you're angry, utasema vitu yenye hata utarudisha, baadaye ukuje ufikiri nilisema nini wenye sikuwa nafaa kusema. You see, things like that. Also that I have really learned, what am I struggling with, how can I go about it, and things like that. So for me, I can say this journey is the best, and I can tell you, start loving yourself. It's very, very important. Found that happiness within yourself. Don't wait for someone to come into your life to give you that happiness. If you can't give yourself that happiness, do you think that person will give you that happiness? No. Find that love within yourself. Do the things that you love. Tembea, go to places you love. Take yourself on that solo vacation, on that solo date. Do the things you love, by the way, and for that by the uta realize unaanza kujipenda in all that. And I can say the best thing with this self love journey, of course, my pregnancy journey, I had some issues, and I think if I couldn't love myself, hizo vitu zingeni overwhelm kabisa, by the way. I don't think even I could be here to speak courageously that I was able to go through that. And you see, with pregnancy, unafaa avoid stress, unafaa avoid, because they can cause you a big time. But now with self-love, I was like, you know what, yes, I'm pregnant. I will go and it's something that I've always wanted. I'm going to take care of my baby, take care of my mental health, and leave other things. The things that I cannot control, I'm not going to disturb myself over it. And that really helped me with that. And I was able to go through my pregnancy journey to even right now in motherhood. Imenisaidia sana knowing, and every time I feel I'm not okay, of course I will, because I don't want to give that energy to my daughter, nitatoka, nitembe, I talk to someone and just let it out. Of course, sometimes I'll even call my therapist and we talk about it and he advice on how to do it. Also, another thing my therapist aliniambia about self-love and inner work, he calls it inner work. Do the inner work within yourself. It's meditation, which I cannot say I'm there. I'm really trying, because so mimi najiulizanga watu meditation, how do you even, because mimi nikikaa hivi kidogo kuna kitu tu inani distract, ama nitajipata sasa sinaanza kufantasize instead of meditating. Yeah, so that's one thing I've learned. I cannot say that, at least ninaweza sema I do meditation maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes at most, bado sijafika 5 to 10 minutes, but I pray I will get there, because it really helps clear your mind. It helps you make right decision in your life and things like that, which is something I'm also learning about in this self-love journey. So that has been it for me, for my self-love journey. So maybe basically you can start from affirming yourself. Look for those affirmations, do them on a daily thing. maybe every morning, maybe evening. And also, as you affirm those things, believe it in yourself. It is in you. Like, I have a good heart. Yes, I do have. So things like that. Also, you can do manifestation. That also helps a lot. You can do the things that you love. Write down maybe 5 things that you are good at, and even 5 things that you want to learn. So you put your energy over those 5 things, and uta realize you really grow as a person, as an individual. Also, you can take tests to discover who are you. Are you kama attachment style, are you an avoidant, are you anxious, are you secure? Do such tests. Inasaidianga sana. So when you do those tests, inakusaidianga to know what am I supposed to work on, or what am I supposed to do as an individual. Another thing, you can also do tests like discover who are you. Are you melancholic, things like that. Are you okay, I've forgotten most of it, things like that. So you can work on that. Take those tests. I know I have a problem with tea sometimes. Yeah, so inasaidianga, things like that. So you can just discover yourself, affirm yourself more, celebrate the small wins. Maybe you excelled in your education. Imagine, celebrate yourself. Take yourself on that milkshake date. Take yourself on that coffee date, and just celebrate yourself. Be proud of yourself. Whenever you have done things that you're not proud of yourself, hug yourself. Tell yourself you will do better next time. Things like that. Even the self-love journey, by the icon, very, very simple. Post yourself. Write things about yourself. Hata siku hizi WhatsApp iko na mali imeandikwa message to yourself. Start with that one. Anza kuandika. Today I tell myself this. As in fanya hivyo. Get a journal. These days there are very, very good journals. There's gratitude journal. There's hata kuna wenye wameanzisha ma journals zao, which are very, very good, and they're at an affordable price, by the way. Or also, even you can start with the notebooks, which I was telling you. Practice also gratitude pia inasaidianga, because whenever you are going situation that you can't handle ama that are out of your control, when ukijifunza kusema the things that you are grateful for, utaona unaanza kufeel vizuri, utaanza kufeel because imagine you have a bad day, things are not going on your way, and then someone can come and tells you, by the way, I'm proud of you for doing this and this. How would you feel? So utafeel hata hiyo kitu yenye ilikuwa inakustress, by the way, at least na feel better. Hata kama siku yangu ni mbaya, hii kitu imenisaidia ama imenipea another perspective. So I feel also for self-love journey, that is the way it's supposed to be. And also pray about it, which I always say, whenever you want to hack on something, pray about it. Anza kuomba. You can also watch people that encourage you with self-love. I can tell you, one of them is Mudhoni Mukiri. Go to her YouTube. She has amazing stuff about self-love journey. Yeah, and it's short videos, 10 to 15 minutes. Maybe zime exceed to 30 minutes, but you can learn a lot from them. Also, you can watch TMI. They do have talk about self-love and even discovering yourself, know how to approach situation and things like that. So that has been it for my self-love. Yes, I really love myself, and I'm proud of myself to the way I am growing each and every other day. There are things I really need to work as an individual, but I'm on that journey, and I'm optimizing on my strength. And that has been it for my self-love journey. Yeah, tujipende na tujigift, even a necklace, an earrings, a dress, just small things to make us happy. Go get that flower. Si lazima ungoje ukuje upewe flower na nani. Just go. Zimejata, oh, by the way, and you can get them at a very cheaper price. Yeah, so let's love ourselves, and let's enjoy this life. Live it a day at a time and enjoy every other moment. That has been it for me. See you in the next video. Bye bye.